Imagine stepping into a courtroom where logic bends, the truth hides behind laughter, and justice wears a crooked smile. In today's case, we're not just observing a trial, we're peeling back the curtain on a story so bizarre it could only happen in real life. As always, all characters are presumed innocent until proven guilty. But in this courtroom, the verdict might surprise you. So sit back, lean in, and remember, in Court Spiral, reality is stranger than fiction. Let's dive into the case. The world of celebrity is often a glamorous one, filled with bright lights, red carpets, and the adoration of millions. However, beneath this glittering surface lies a darker reality, often highlighted in the courtroom. Celebrity courtroom dramas can feel like the plot of a gripping movie, but the stakes are real, the emotions are raw, and the testimonies can be downright savage. One such case that captured public attention was the highly publicized trial between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. This legal battle was not just a fight over alleged domestic violence, but also an explosive showcase of personal grievances and public perceptions. As the trial unfolded, the courtroom became a stage where both parties aired their dirty laundry, resulting in shocking revelations and dramatic testimonies that captivated audiences worldwide. The trial began with Depp's allegations against Heard, claiming she had physically and emotionally abused him during their tumultuous relationship. Depp described instances of violence, including a particularly vivid account of an altercation in Australia where he claimed Heard severed his fingertip. His testimony painted a picture of a man trapped in a toxic relationship, struggling to escape the chaos while facing public scrutiny. However, it was not just his words that resonated, it was the emotions behind them. Depp's demeanor, his voice cracking at times, drew sympathy from many viewers who found themselves rooting for him amidst the tragic narrative. On the flip side, Heard took the stand to defend herself against these allegations. Her testimony was equally dramatic, filled with graphic details about the alleged abuse she suffered at Depp's hands. She described moments of fear, betrayal, and emotional turmoil, claiming that Depp's substance abuse and volatile behavior turned him into a different person. The courtroom often fell silent as she recounted her experiences, with some members of the jury visibly moved by her accounts. Yet as the trial progressed, cracks began to show in Heard's narrative. Clips of her past interviews resurfaced, leading to questions about her credibility and the veracity of her claims. As the testimonies continued, social media exploded with reactions, with hashtags trending and fans taking sides. The courtroom became a battleground not just for Depp and Heard, but for public opinion. Pro-Depp supporters rallied online, sharing memes and videos that portrayed him as a victim. Meanwhile, Heard's supporters defended her, emphasizing the importance of believing survivors of domestic violence. This split highlighted a larger societal issue, the challenge of navigating truth in a world where public perception often outweighs reality. The trial also featured an array of witnesses, each bringing their own perspectives. Friends, family members, and even medical professionals testified, adding layers of complexity to the case. Some witnesses corroborated Depp's claims, describing his demeanor and the changes they observed in him over the course of his relationship with Heard. Others supported Heard, recounting her distress and the impact of the relationship on her mental health. This back and forth created a whirlwind of conflicting testimonies, further muddying the waters of truth. One of the most memorable moments in the trial came when Depp's former agent took the stand. He provided insights into the dynamics of the couple's relationship and revealed the toll it took on Depp's career. This testimony was particularly striking as it showcased how personal struggles can bleed into professional life, affecting opportunities and public perception. The agent's words resonated with many, emphasizing the real-world consequences of celebrity drama that often go unnoticed. But perhaps the most savage moments were saved for the cross-examinations. Lawyers for both sides skillfully dissected each witness's statements, revealing inconsistencies and challenging credibility. Depp's legal team went after Heard with a fierce determination, highlighting previous statements she made that contradicted her current claims. This led to powerful exchanges that not only entertained the courtroom but also captivated viewers at home. The tension was palpable as the stakes grew higher with each passing day. Throughout the proceedings, the media frenzy surrounding the trial became a spectacle in its own right. News outlets scrambled to cover every detail, turning the courtroom into a reality show for the masses. Fans camped outside the courthouse, hoping to catch a glimpse of their favorite stars, while social media platforms buzzed with commentary. This intense scrutiny added another layer to the courtroom dynamics, as both parties battled not only for justice but also for public opinion. As the trial drew to a close, it became clear that the verdict would have lasting implications. It was no longer just about Depp and Heard. It was about how society views domestic violence, celebrity culture, and the power dynamics within relationships. The courtroom had transformed into a microcosm of larger societal issues, forcing audiences to confront uncomfortable truths about fame, power, and accountability. In the end, the jury delivered a verdict that shocked many. While Depp was awarded damages in his defamation case against Heard, the outcome was a bittersweet victory. He emerged with a sense of vindication, but at a tremendous cost. The trial had exposed the darkest corners of their relationship, leaving scars that would linger long after the gavel fell. For her, the verdict was a devastating blow, raising questions about her future in Hollywood and the impact of public perception on her life. The aftermath of the trial saw both parties retreat from the public eye, but the discussions it sparked continued to resonate. The dark truths unearthed during the proceedings lingered in the minds of viewers, prompting conversations about the complexities of love, power, and the often blurry line between victim and abuser. The courtroom drama had unfolded in a way that was both tragic and revealing, reminding us that behind the glitz and glamour of celebrity lies a very human struggle. As we reflect on these savage testimonies, it's crucial to remember that the courtroom is just one facet of a much larger narrative. Celebrity trials are not merely legal battles. They are societal reflections that reveal our values, biases, and the complexities of human relationships. They challenge us to think critically about the stories we consume and the judgments we make, urging us to look beyond the surface and consider the deeper implications of fame and its fallout. In conclusion, the saga of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard serves as a stark reminder that celebrity culture can often distort our understanding of reality. The courtroom drama was a brutal reminder of how relationships can become battlegrounds, where love and hate coexist in a turbulent dance. The savage testimonies we witnessed were not just about the individuals involved. They were about us, the audience, and how we navigate the delicate balance between truth and perception. As the dust settles on this highly publicized trial, we are left with more questions than answers. How do we define justice in a world where public opinion can sway the outcome? What responsibility do we have as consumers of this drama? The answers may be elusive, but one thing is clear. The courtroom will always be a stage where the human experience unfolds, revealing the complexities of love, betrayal, and the quest for truth. So as we close this chapter, let's take a moment to reflect on the lessons learned from this savage testimony. In the end, behind the fame and fortune, we are all human, navigating the messy, complicated terrain of our relationships. And perhaps in that realization, we can find a bit of compassion for those who find themselves in the spotlight, battling not just for their names, but for their very lives and legacies.